Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be drawing on Ibis Paint X for the first time in months. Ever since I got Clip Studio Paint, I haven't really gone back to Ibis Paint X. Only for like thumbnails and stuff. But I decided I wanted to draw something on there today and I didn't have a video idea, so I was like, we should do this. So I will be drawing a chibi of one of my OC's Mira. So let's get right into the video. So as you guys can see, I'm scrolling up and down. You can see like how I was doing thumbnails and stuff, some art projects I just kind of never finished. But yeah, I'm picking which one I want, and here we go. So I'm obviously not going to talk this whole time, because, I don't want to talk for 10 minutes straight on the same speed paint. But, I do want to mention I am using my hands for this, so it definitely isn't the best I can do, since I can't just hook up my art tablet to my phone because it only has a USB connection. So, adjusting the eyes was definitely difficult for me, but it isn't too noticeable in the end. I mean, it's noticeable to me, but I'm not sure about you guys. Something I want to say whenever we get to the line art process is that, I didn't struggle with it, but I think if you don't put too much detail into it, kind of like I did, it's gonna look all pixelated in a way. I don't know, download the app and see for yourself, but definitely looks pixelated when you do it, so, yeah. And coloring wasn't really a big issue since I was just doing some simple shading. I think Ibis Paint X could work on gap recognition, which is basically where even if there is a gap, it fills. But it doesn't fill outside the gap. It's pretty cool. But like, Ibis Paint's gap fill will like fill in some, but it won't fill in all. So it's just weird in my opinion. Ibis Paint X also has some very light shading tools. Even when I put this blue on multiply, which means it gets darker, it just made the blue go down the color wheel. It didn't make it darker, just put it down the color wheel a bit, which is something I don't necessarily like, because multiply means you're getting a darker color out of it. Doesn't necessarily mean you're just going down the color wheel, so I'm not a big fan of that. But I used to use it all the time. If you all want to see some of my old artworks, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to make a video on that, because it'll just give me more video ideas, yay. But if I can think of anything else, I'll let you guys know here in a second. Oh, I forgot to mention. So, sometimes when using Ibis Paint X, you'll like close out of it, and then when you open the tab, like the same tab again on your phone, tablet, whatever you're using, it says like storage full, but when you go back on it, it doesn't say storage full. It's weird. To be honest, I'm not sure why they haven't fixed that yet, but it's whatever. It's happened to me ever since I've been using my Kindle Fire, which is where most of my old art came from. I do have that stuff still on DeviantArt. I kind of go back to it to kind of just see art progress, but I didn't use it for profile pictures or anything, because, it's odd in my opinion. Oh, something else I'd like to mention is that Ibis Paint X doesn't have layer folders. Layer folders, you can use them to organize your layers. I do it for base coloring, and I do one for line art, one for base coloring and shading, and it helps me organize all that so I don't have to keep track of where the line art is, even though line art always stays on top of everything else. It stays on top of the coloring, shading, and everything else so that you don't overlap on your line art. I didn't have a problem necessarily with the actual coloring. It's just kind of that whole gap fill thing and just random bugs in there, you know. But outside of that, everything else was pretty good, and I hope you guys enjoyed the speed paint. Bye, everyone. So this is the final product. I hope you enjoyed the speed paint. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for free cake. This is definitely not my best work, but it's what I can do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye everyone!